just imagining and remembering the good olden days. I don't know whether they were good or bad, but I learned a lot from my growing up times. I remember we used to walk. Well, not walking, because most of the time we had to run. We used to walk, going to school, to secondary school particularly, more than 8 kilometers, I guess. And it was not easy. And to make matters worse, in our village, when you are going to school, actually, our home is situated on the top of a plateau. To those of you who have done geography, a plateau is like you are at the top of a mountain. So that's where we stayed. And then when we went to secondary school, we had to descend that plateau or descend that mountain so that we go to school. Now, what used to happen is that the climate on the plateau was very, very cold, and it was a bit more rainy as compared to the place where we were attending school. So the place where we were attending secondary school was a lower area than the plateau. So you find that you can be running to school and you have a raincoat and you are dressed to show that it's raining. And by the time you descend the plateau or you descend the mountain, you discover that it's dry, it's sunny. And the other students, they used to laugh at us, say, you guys, why is it that you bring raincoats and umbrellas and everything on a dry day, on a sunny day? Growing up, it was not easy. I'm telling you, passing at school was like a miracle. And then sometimes we didn't have a watch. Yeah, we would buy watches, but the watches, either it's soiled by rain or something just happens with it, gets tired of living, and you find yourself without a watch. So my mom would wake us up. I'm thinking that probably sometimes she would think that it's time for us to wake up. But then you will discover after you have eaten, you have already taken your food, you have already bathed, and you have obviously fire is there to warm you up, and you are waiting, probably thinking that there's 30 minutes or 1 hour so that the sun will start coming out, or probably dawn shows up. It keeps on being dark. Probably for another 5-6 hours, the fire will go down and die. You are still there. You even sleep just near the fire. And by the time you wake up, it's time to run to school. You just hear others running, going to school. And you ask yourself, have I eaten or I have not yet eaten? Only to realize you ate, but probably 5-6 hours ago. Can you imagine? And you start running to school again. And I remember, this particular incident, it was unfortunate. One of the guys from our village, he was very kind to us. He was working in Harare. So one of the days he came by a certain bus, and he decided to help us as all those that were coming from Mutoko village, so that we can be carried by the bus for free. Imagine we were used to walk and run to school and back. Now there is a bus. I can remember how we just got the news that there is a bus waiting for us at the gate. We never even thought of asking for permission. All the people from Mutoko village, we rushed to the bus, and there we were on the bus, and we were singing and jubilating. Little did we know that this joy was short-lived, because the following morning, the headmaster summoned everybody from Mutoko village that went by bus yesterday, come out. I will never forget the way we were lashed that day by the headmaster. I regretted ever going by bus. I should have just gone by foot as usual. Life in the rural area was not easy, but it was a university of life. It was a university of hard knocks. It has strengthened us. Now some of us, we are even in the diaspora, where we have done all kinds of jobs. I've done all kinds of jobs. I'm telling you, I've done all kinds of jobs. I have, some of them you won't even know them, because I've done jobs like helping the builders, and we have done gutters, if you know what gutters are. With my hands getting torn by metal, trying to do piece jobs so that things can work out. Now, we were strong like this to do these things, and we are not afraid. Some of us have slept, some have slept under the bridge because there is no accommodation. School of hard knocks is a good school. It has taught us to be strong. It has taught us to be strong. Be strong, my friend. Life is not easy.